I said, bartender, I need 1 shot whiskey, 2 shots of pain, and a dash of some memory. With life's lemons, I made lemonade. Does it still taste the same if I mix it with some Hennessy? Dreams of being young and unafraid, but I loved somebody and it drained all my energy. Ooh, and I thought that love was magnificent. I remember being 7 years old, thinking, oh my God, what's it feel to be 23? Now I'm 27, staring at a kid in the mirror, and all I do is wonder if he's proud of me. Broken promises made me this way, I swear. I wasn't always numb and indifferent. Bartender, I need 1 shot of whiskey, but what could I tip you to refund my innocence? Would I rather be rich in gold, or rather be rich in the fire? What if I wake up alone? Maybe I'm sick and tired, or maybe I'm just getting
Hello beautiful people, and welcome to this video. Today I thought let me start by sharing my dance piece and then we can chat about it. There's so much that I want to say about that. As you could tell, it was such a difficult time to move, and I want to say more on that. Before we get into that, I do want to invite you to an online retreat that will be happening on the 4th of November. The retreat itself is about 6 hours. You can choose how long you want to stay for the retreat. You can stay just for an hour, or you can stay for the whole 6 hours. If you would like to know more about the details of the retreat, I've left a form down below, the link, and you just fill in your name and you let me know that you're interested in knowing more about the retreat. The retreat is on the 4th of November. There'll be some art, some music, some food, and lots of things will be happening on that. So you don't want to miss it. Please fill in the form below and we'll see you there. Okay, now on to today's video. What you just seen a few minutes ago was a dance piece I did about a year ago, and it was at a time even the title of the dance piece is grief. It was a time when I was going through a lot of grief and moving was very difficult, but I was pushing myself to just do it anyway because I knew I'd feel better afterwards, even though it wasn't happening. And that's what I really would like to talk about today, is how to keep going if you're creative and you're feeling a little blocked or not. Just how to keep going even at times when you don't feel like it. Because I feel like creativity and art is a place where we get to really push boundaries, break rules, and do all these things where we do not have to have this constant thinking of what's wrong, what's right, what's good, what's bad, what's beautiful, what's ugly, where we can just be. And I find that with trying to make money or make a living out of art, it takes away that freedom out of it, the freedom of knowing that it doesn't matter if it looks good or bad, if I feel good or bad, as long as I've done it. So I have a few ways of how to keep going and let go of that idea of good or bad, right or wrong, because that is what, whether you're dancing, you're drawing, whatever it is that you're doing, that is what that piece of paper and a pencil represent. It represents you outside of all your duties, outside of all your responsibilities, and just you being yourself. So there are a few ways that you can work through when it comes to this, on how you can just keep going. The first tip I have is morning pages. If you haven't read the book by Julia Cameron, I hope I'm saying her name right, and it's called The Artist's Way, please give yourself a gift and go through that book. And what the book is about, it really is for Block creatives. And what she suggests on the book is that you write morning pages every single day. Now what morning pages is that you wake up every day and you write 3 pages, whether you feel like it or not, whether you want to or not. And you don't have to be a writer. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't even have to be sold. So, and that is a way of letting go of what looks good and what looks bad. And in fact, she suggests that after the pages, writing the pages, I think 8 weeks later, you can actually destroy it. You don't even have to. She discourages you even showing other people the what you've written. It's for you. It's for you to release whatever emotions are stuck up there. And I find that the exercise to be really helpful because it is that one thing you have in the day that doesn't require anything to be perfect. It doesn't require any skill. You just write what's on your mind at that time. Even if, and she says, even if there's nothing on your mind at that time, you write that. You write, there's actually nothing on my mind at this time, and you just keep going for 3 pages and for as long as you can. So that's the first tip that I have in letting go of the wrong and right, or right when it comes to being creative. And the second tip, I wrote it down, hold on. Yes, is this running back and forth between procrastination and perfectionism. First, you want the piece to be perfect, so you end up not touching the piece because it won't be perfect anyway. So that back and forth, pull, push and pull, and then nothing ever gets done because of that. And what I would like to call it, or what it truly is not perfectionism and it's not procrastination. What it truly is fear. Art is very scary, and the reason it's so scary is because it is a mirror not for our faces, but it's a mirror of our true spirit, our inner selves. And sometimes we don't want to see what's there because what's in there isn't just us, our families. That's all you see in the mirror. You see your family, you see your neighborhood, you see your culture, and you see all things that are wrong, for example, or that are not just, and that you feel like they should be fixed and you don't know how to fix them. Or you do not want the shame that comes with exposing all that is connected to you, whether it's just you yourself and exposing all of that is inside, right? So you end up saying, I will stay away from it. And also just not feeling good enough. That's what procrastination and perfectionism has to do. It's just like it will never good enough. For it to be good, it will have to be perfect. If it's not perfect, it can't, because then it will shed light on all that is not perfect in you as well, that you feel is not perfect in you, because there shouldn't be any such things. So that was it is. And if you start calling it fear, if you start seeing it like, instead of saying I'm a perfectionist, or instead of saying I'm procrastination, to just call it as it is and be like, I'm scared. I'm scared of what I will find out, and I don't know what I will do. And once you accept that I'm just scared of what I will find out, you get to a point where you now can deal with the fear. And you could be like, for example, the first point that we had, you can be like, I don't have to sell this piece. I don't have, if you're writing a book, I don't have to sell this book. I just want to write it. Even if I'll just read it by myself, this is it. And that takes away the fear. So then it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. Then you can just get it done. And I can assure you, in the process of getting it done, a new person comes out. You change and become a new person. All right, now I have the last tip. And the last tip has to do with finding community support. Finding support of people who are like-minded, who understand, who are also probably creatives themselves, that truly support you from deep down. Because one thing that I think is not needed when it comes to you being creative is someone letting you know this is not working, or letting you know, or criticizing in a way that is not upbuilding. I think that's one thing you don't need. When it comes to your personality and self-development, let people criticize. But when it comes to art, I think it's best to find a very supportive community that will only give positive feedback, or that will give positive criticism instead of bringing you down. And speaking of community, I have built one of those communities on Discord, and I really would love you to join there. There's wonderful, beautiful people there that are just rooting for each other each and every day in front of me. And if you have people like that, you can share your unfinished pieces there and be like, hey, this is where I'm stuck, what does everyone think? And everyone can throw in their opinions. You can add pieces that you feel like, this is so ugly, I shouldn't have done this, I think I should quit. And then people will let you know what you're feeling. And even when it comes to how do I sell this, where do I go. That's what the group is all about, and I'm hoping that you come through and join. All right, that's the video for today, as an encouragement on how to keep going and how to do it anyway, even if you don't feel like doing it. So that's the first, and that's the last one. And then what I wanted to make sure that I repeat is that on the 4th of November, an online retreat. Please fill in the form below. I'll see you then. Bye bye.